All right, what's going on, people? Drummond International. Thank you for tuning in today. Today is going to be another special day. I would like to say, the past couple weeks have been really great. I've had some excellent people on. Our guests, Coach Duke, him on with, by himself, and then the following week, which was last week, we had on his wife, and I thought that was a special time. Them sharing about their marriage. So things that's helped them and just being transparent, and then also too talking about their ministry, their organization. So today I thought, there's some things I want to share, and again I like to mix it up and have people on, but then also have some intimate time with just us, kind of like family talk, for those that have been with us, for an extended amount of time. So I want to thank all those who are new. Thank you for tuning in today. Please, like our page. Guys, make some comments. Talk to me. Let me know what you think. About what we're doing. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I believe I have something that's really going to help you in terms of taking ownership for your life and taking ownership for what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. So many times we can fall into the rut of waiting for something to happen, or waiting for this person to do this, or waiting for that person to do this, or we can fall into the trap of like thinking that the odds are too much stacked against us, and that can affect our attitude, that can affect our motivation. So I just want to talk along those lines today, and the topic would be a great offense. A good offense is a great defense. All right, that's the title. All right, a good offense is a great defense. And so what I mean by that, I always use sports analogies. So in the game of basketball, I was thinking about, as I was preparing for today, I was thinking about several years ago, the reign of the Golden State Warriors with Steph Curry and Draymond Green and Klay Thompson. Those guys had a phenomenal team. They're going down in history, or they have gone down in history as one of the best teams ever, assembled. Future Hall of Famers. And so I was thinking about their team, and they were so prolific offensively. I mean, they had scores. I mean, they had multiple guys who could put up 30 points a game, in any given game. So they were so strong offensively that when you played against them, they could overwhelm you, because they had so much firepower. So as I was preparing, I was thinking about that, and then the phrase, a good offense makes a great defense. When you compete against Golden State, I remember the Cleveland Cavaliers specifically with LeBron James when he played with Cleveland. The year that they actually beat Golden State in the finals, I think it was 2016 or somewhere around there. So what Cleveland was able to do was, now they couldn't match up with them defensively, the Cavs, but again, Golden State, so many great scores and so forth. So Cleveland was a solid defensive team, but what they did was, and what LeBron James did was, he controlled the tempo by executing and being patient and getting great shots on offense. All right, so stay with me here. So I don't know, make sure you guys are flowing with me. So the way the Cavaliers was able to take down the Golden State Warriors the year they did, and other teams that had success against them, they would control the tempo on offense, which means they would be patient on offense, okay? They would make Golden State work on offense. And see, being on offense signifies you have the ball and you are in control, okay? Being on offense means, in the game of basketball and in any sport, football, baseball, that means you have the ball and you have control, okay? So but the thing is, what you do with that will determine how well you do in the game. So what am I saying here? How can I translate that? How can I tie it into your life and things you're doing and looking to accomplish and so forth? sometimes in life, things come at us really hard. Like, let's think about what's going on, the pandemic. And back in the spring, in March and April, it was really, a lot of tensions, fear, doubt, struggle, just so much going on. So sometimes in life we have a lot thrown at us, at one time. It can be really tough, dealing with circumstances, whether it was the sickness or now it's racism, social justice or injustice, things in your family, there's certain things, obstacles that come our way, and that's life, okay? But sometimes we have to, in the midst of those things, take ownership for what we can do. And what I mean by that? That means control the controllables, okay? Control the controllables. There are certain things you can do, to circumvent or to combat the things that are coming against you, okay? So a good offense makes a great defense. So for instance, let's take a look at the pandemic here, okay? There are certain things that, society, the media talk about as far as the pandemic and, things that we can do ourselves, whether you agree to it or not. I know we have people on both sides of the fence. Some people think it's not as bad as what they're saying. Some people think it is. So I'm sure where you're at, but regardless of which side of the fence you sit on, there are certain guidelines that people put out for you to follow to protect yourself, okay? So washing your hands, wearing a mask, taking care of your body, taking vitamin C, and so forth, things like that. Those are things that you can do practically within yourself to protect yourself against the virus. So I hope you guys are following me. So there are certain things that we're to do individually and as a family, certain things you're supposed to do that would resist that, okay? So for me personally, I found out, I did some research on African Americans, and because there was a study on, there was things coming out about how it's affecting the African American community the hardest, and things, and it's due to like certain pre-existing conditions and so forth. So a couple things I found out was African Americans are low in vitamin D, which is in the skin. Okay, so I found out that we're low on that, which is a part of the immune system. There's vitamin C, but then we're very low on vitamin D. Okay, and the virus, if you don't have a healthy dose of vitamin C and vitamin D, then it really can stifle you even the more, and it could cause some health problems even more. So little things I found out, okay? So I said to myself, okay, Gerald, there's some things that you can do, okay, to protect yourself against that. So I actually got tested for vitamin D. My vitamin D count was very low, okay? It was very low, so I had to do my research, did my homework. So what I did was I got on certain supplements, vitamin C, vitamin D. There's other things I do, certain oils I do. I take certain things I do on a daily. Lemon water in the morning, warm lemon water. So what am I saying here? So there are certain things that I'm doing personally myself, okay, to protect myself. So what are some things that you can do? All right, what are some things that's in your control that can help you overcome the things that are coming against you? Because again, so many times we look at the circumstances and we look at what's happening to us, or we look at what can happen to us, or the potential of our downfall, the potential of us not making it or failing. We focus more on that than what we have in our power to do to overcome that. Hope that's making sense. Control the controllables. There are some things out of your control, okay? But there are some things you can do, okay, step by step. And going back to the Cleveland Cavaliers, okay? They had the ball in their hands. they execute on offense. They get good shots. They don't turn the ball over, okay? Because the thing is, against Golden State, if you turn the ball over, it's going to be an automatic 2 points at the other end or 3 points at the other end because they feast off of your turnovers, okay? So when you have the ball, you got to protect it, you got to execute, you got to be precise, you got to take good shots, and don't turn the ball over. If you do those things, which are in your control because you have the ball, if you do those things, then number one, Golden State has less opportunities to score because you have the ball and you take your time with it. So the more you have the ball, the less they have it, okay? So as you can see, it maybe sounds awkward, but your offense can affect your defense. So if you're not doing certain things, okay? If you're not doing certain things on a daily, if you're not taking that extra class you need to take, okay? If you're not, say you need 10 more credits to graduate, to get your master's, or say you dropped out or you stopped going to school 2 years ago and you still have 10 classes waiting. If you're not doing that, if you're not educating yourself, if you're not, if there's an opportunity on your job and it's something you want to do, there's a new position that opened up and there's certain requirements or something you need to add to your resume. If you're not stepping out doing those things, then you can't expect to elevate, okay? Everybody see that? Elevate. You can't expect to elevate or accelerate or overcome because there's things you're not doing yourself. So let's do some self-inventory, okay? What is it in my power that I need to do to prepare for my next level? And when I take ownership of that, okay, when I take ownership of that, then I'm also better prepared for when the obstacles come, okay? I heard someone say, lack of planning, failure to plan means planning to fail. Failure to plan means planning to fail, okay? So there's certain things you need to do on a daily. There's certain habits I have on a daily that I do, okay? Whether it's for my health, okay? Taking certain supplements, eating a certain way. There's certain books I read. There's certain things I do. For my education, even for relationships, connections. There's certain things I do to position myself to be successful. Okay, if you haven't done your homework, if you're not doing things to be presentable, you can't put it on someone else because they didn't recognize you. Okay, so do some inventory. Do some self-inventory. What do you have in your power that you can do to improve you? All right, make you a better you today. If it's meant to be, I used to say this. Okay, and I'm going to end with this. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. All right, I'm looking right in the camera. This is for you. If it's meant to be, no, this is for me. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. So I want you to say that to yourself. Now, through God's grace, God has plans for all of us. He has things for us to do and accomplish. However, if you don't do your part, step out and believe and have faith, because faith isn't just talk, okay? Faith without deeds, stepping out and doing your part, the Bible says is dead. So I want you to say this with me now. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. Let's be go-getters. Let's go make it happen. A lot of things I've accomplished in life, a lot of things I've accomplished in my life and in my career was because I didn't settle for less, and I had a certain motivation, okay, motivation to achieve and to be my best, all right? So, hope you enjoyed that today. You guys have a great day. This is Monday. We'll see you back Thursday. Don't forget to go to our YouTube page. Sign on that. Subscribe to our YouTube page, which has all of our podcasts. Also, share this with a friend. Don't forget my book on the website, jarmanintl.com. I actually have a new website, so make sure you check that out. It's new and improved. We're always climbing and trying to do better. Check my website out too. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time.
Perfect.